Well, the bad news is that studies show that within the first 4 to 5 years, 40 to 50%, perhaps more, of new business startups are going to fail. And the vast majority of them are going to fail without ever having had any kind of formal plan. The further bad news is that those businesses that make it beyond that point are leaving opportunity on the table. They aren't as successful as they might otherwise have been had they had formal plans. Right, the good news is that studies also show that good planning practices dramatically increase your odds. Right? So an existing business, as an example, with a formal plan, is likely to grow 30% more or faster than their counterparts without plans. Also, businesses that have formal plans are twice as likely to succeed than those that don't. So those are some pretty good numbers, some pretty good statistics that argue the point you really ought to have a good plan. And yet the vast majority of businesses don't. They operate kind of by the seat of the pants or have plans, up in the head. So the big question is then, why? Why is that so? And I think the answer is pretty simple. I think it's just too complicated. I think most businesses and business owners and organizational leaders just don't have the time, the resource, the budget to do detailed plans and go through detailed, complex planning practices that they might if they had an unlimited amount of time and an unlimited budget and unlimited resources to put in the work. But they don't. Right? So what they need is something that's tailored to them, that's simplified, that can help them to organize those thoughts that are up here and get them down onto paper where they can actually do something with it. So that's what Business is Art does. It simplifies things for those business owners and organizational leaders that just don't have that time and resource, but know they need to do something, right? So it gives them a simple set of steps, processes, methodology, call it what you will, templates, tools. It gives them the tools that they need to go quickly from vision to strategy to business plan to those performance metrics, key performance indicators that they need to identify and track in order to know how successful they are at meeting those aforementioned things. And if they're getting off track, then how they need to go back and make some revisions. Right? That's what Business is Art does. Does it in a simplified, easy to use approach, and the intent of it is to help those smaller business owners and organizational leaders to be significantly more successful by doing some of the very simple things that they know they need to do and just haven't had time to this point to do.